Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Fitness Spotlight. Joining me today is Sandra Bueckert-Davison, who is owner of One-on-One in Calgary. And we're going to talk about my body renovation journey, which is continuing. Thanks for joining us again today, Sandra.
Thank you for having me, Mario.
Okay, we want to talk about muscles.
You've come.
Exactly. Maybe if we could start by explaining the importance of building your muscle. And I know that, in my workouts there, it's been a lot of emphasis on both legs and arms and shoulders and back. But tell me just the reasons for that and the reason behind building muscle.
Absolutely. So as we age, we start losing muscle. It's a very metabolically active tissue, which means that it's burning calories for us, even at rest. But with time, we have that erosion that happens. And so we find ourselves getting softer with time, losing strength. Muscle also, you lose muscle, it affects our balance. Um, so you want to maintain muscle so that you maintain your strength, that you're better able to get around, get up out of things, get into things. We don't realize how much in a day having that strength and mobility plays in our lives until, for example, we slip and fall or are injured and can't use our bodies anymore. And so conditioning and maintaining that muscle, especially as we get older, is essential to a better quality of life.
Can you talk a little bit about how muscles burn fat?
Absolutely. So when you're working out, and I'll probably have to grab some data for you, but when you maintain that muscle or you're exercising, you are burning more, calories versus fat, which just sits there and doesn't do anything but take up space. What people will notice is that they are losing, their circumference is getting smaller. So for you, you lost that 1.5 inches, which was showing you that you're becoming a leaner rump roast, a trimmer rump roast. I liken it to saying a pound. Picture a pound of feathers, which is fat, takes up all that space, and a pound being like a brick.
Yeah.
Muscle, more compact, okay? So as you lose fat, Mario, you are shrinking. You're gaining some musculature with all that working out that's going on. And that's what that 1.5 inches was about.
Okay, let's talk about habits. Now, when it comes to both exercise and in both actually nutrition and eating, how important is developing a routine, developing habits in all this?
And it's incredibly important. What I think is the Achilles is that we have blind spots, or we're nose blind, we're nose blind to those things that we do automatically. I think back over the years to the people that told me, Sandra, when I get home, my hand would hit the doorknob, I'd go straight to the fridge, cut up that block of cheese, glasses of wine, and it was automatic.
Yeah.
And then there, I'd go straight into dinner, I'd have a full dinner, and I'd say, well, were you even hungry? Never even stop to think about it.
Yeah.
So when you speak about habits, we're doing more comfort eating than actually eating because we're hungry, or we're eating because it's there, or because we're bored, or we're stressed. And it's important that you get back in touch with portions. Even if someone does it for a few days where they see what a cup of coffee looks like, it's not this one, right? Or what a slice of bread is, and it's not this big. You know, or a bagel. Some people are buying bagels that look like baseball mitts, right? Portions matter. And in fact, a true bagel is about the size of a hockey puck.
Mm.
So getting back in touch with what a true portion of a food item is a big game changer as far as opening our eyes and looking at what's on our plate.
Yeah. The development of the habit of exercising or doing something like, what's your advice to people in that?
Start small and build. Meaning, don't expect to get to the top of the mountain today, or you're going to run outside your front door and start running. Start walking. Start with 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And do that 3 times a week. And then each week, bump it up another 10%, add a little bit more. Experiment with yourself. Walk with your spouse after dinner. Put the kids in the buggy. Take them out for a stroll.
Mm-hmm.
Find ways to fit fitness into your life.
Yeah.
One of the things I used to do was watch the news, and I would bike and watch the news. Wow. Mario, people think I'm an angel when it comes to fitness, and I'm not. So in my home, if you came to my house, I've picked up pieces of equipment off Marketplace or secondhand. And I have an elliptical bike upstairs in our TV room. Downstairs, I have another elliptical and a treadmill. I put my cardio pieces where they'll guilt me into doing it. That's how I get it done.
Okay. So it's not easy though, right? This is hard.
It's not easy at first.
Yeah.
That too speaks to how rusty we can be, right? The longer we are away from something, the more entrenched those habits and behaviors that don't serve us get into place. Mm-hmm. Fitness is something that's a journey. It takes time. It takes prioritizing yourself and getting rid of some of that rusty thoughts and rusty joints that have built up. And as you keep going, you will see that it becomes easier. Let go. I find people build up in their heads all sorts of stories about what it's supposed to be like. And only by doing it do you get to it, through it, experience it. Mm-hmm. So perhaps call it more of a journey than there's a destination. Yeah,
yeah. And I find, on a personal level, and today was a good example. It wasn't before 10:30 today. I had gone out for 2 walks of an hour of duration each, and I did some dumbbell work, free weights at home. But I found that, okay, the more you get into it, the more, okay, I want to do this, right? And if I had time, today, I would go out for another walk.
What are you getting out of that? What do you notice? What do you feel?
I feel good. I feel, you know what? Who sang that one? I feel good.
I feel good.
But it's true. Like I find, if I go for a walk first thing in the morning, it almost sets the stage for the rest of the day for me, right? It's kind of funny because I have a lot of energy, right? Yeah, you slept the night before, you haven't done anything yet today, so I have a lot of energy, right? And this morning, 6:30 in the morning, I went out, and it was beautiful, right? But mental, more than just the body thing, it's the mental thing for me. Is that it's a nice avenue for me to just be alone, think my thoughts, and I'll I'll share a little secret here. That's when I pray, actually.
Oh,
I,
I love it.
that's what I pray. I have an hour of prayer, and I go for my walk, right? And so it
Wow.
really puts me in a good frame of mind for the whole day. Yeah,
Mario, I love it. I find that when I walk, especially if I have something that I really need to think through or I'm in a crappy mood, I find that when I get out there and I walk and the sun's on my skin,
yeah,
I find that I just come back feeling like I've cleared the cobwebs in my head, you know?
yeah,
And I'm a huge fan of getting outside, walking, moving that body. But it also brings me to a point. There are several components to fitness. So there's muscular strength, muscular endurance,
yeah,
the cardio piece that you're getting, flexibility, and the one that encompasses all those is your body composition. How much is muscle?
yeah.
How much is fat? You'll notice I didn't say how much you weigh.
Yes. Thank you. That's the one thing I don't want to do for a long time. Well, not, you shouldn't say a long time, but for a while, is not step on that scale, because I know that muscle can, add weight initially, right?
It can, but also be mindful because I'm a reformed fatty, right? I was over 200 pounds at one point in my life. And the one thing you have to be mindful of are those, I call them hot spots in the day where you do things that you may not realize. For example, women will tell me that when they put their kids to bed, that's when they're in the kitchen foraging for chips or wine, or they're not even hungry,
Yeah,
but it's like a comfort thing that they're looking for. So be mindful of those hot spots, or
yeah,
if you're a night owl, being a night owl can come with that bag of chips while you're surfing on the computer. Again, you're not hungry.
no,
But Mario, let's take a look at this. Let's say that you're getting an extra 500, 800 calories in the evening. Over 7 days,
yeah,
let's do 500. That's 2,500 calories a week. A month, roughly 10,000 calories. A year, 120,000 extra calories you really didn't need.
no.
So, so you can slow your weight loss down if you are out there walking and pumping iron, but inadvertently sabotaging yourself by sitting at the computer at night and shoving mindless food into your face.
Or opening the fridge and getting a can of beer.
It's like we're opening the fridge
I
and
wish
look.
I found the perfect solution to that is don't have any beer in the fridge.
There you go. Mine is ice cream, Mario. I am an ice cream fanatic. I cannot trust myself with Village ice cream.
Oh boy.
It'll be gone.
Yeah, me too.
So I can't have it in the house. I have to go out, enjoy it. That's it. Get back. If it's in the house, I'm eating it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thanks, Sandra, for joining us today.
You're lovely. I hope you have a great day. Keep
Thank
it
you.
up. I'm proud of you, kid.
Okay, I will. Thank you very
Bye.
much. That was Sandra Bueckert-Davison, one-on-one